Party people. Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. Yeah. We about to go live. Actually, we live now. Wait for my people to get in and give me a sound check. Yo. Appreciate it. Randy, what up? I can always count on Randy. The day that I don't see Randy, I'm gonna be concerned. What up, Randy? What's happening, man? Let me fix this, man. I don't think my grip got it. Got it. All right. What's happening? So let's do a quick Q&A, man. What y'all got for me? Eco hair, what up? What up? What's happening? What up? What up? What up? Yeah, so quick Q&A real fast, man. I got about 35 minutes, 30 minutes before I go grab my son real fast. But what y'all got, man? Tonight's the night, man. Minister Jew doing his thing on Kanye West. You know what I mean? That's gonna be tonight at 8:30 over at theimaginationguru.com. If you don't know, now you know. The Curious Case of Kanye West gonna go in on that whole thing and really shed some man, he gonna shed some light on that thing and show you how it's a cosmic mythos that's playing out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be so dope that it's damn near like the Greek storyline of the cosmos is what literally created this future event and phenomenon known as Kanye West. For real, this shit is going to be a whole nother story, a whole nother just insight on cosmic storytelling. You know what I'm saying? When the mythos become alive, you know what I mean? Like real spill. So that's the Curious Case of Kanye West tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern over at the Imagination Guru. So can I manifest more money, man? Absolutely. You can manifest money. Here's the thing. I always say it like this, man. You know, you can challenge yourself to start thinking about a number. Pick a number, a financial amount, and you may see little driplets start. You're going to find change on the ground. You may be blessed enough to start finding bills, $1, $2, whatever, $100, perhaps. Money may mysteriously get put into your bank account as a chargeback or some type of deposit that's there. Hey, what up? What up? You may get a piece of mail to say you were part of a class action lawsuit. That's always common, that you didn't know about. These are all what I would call random sources. You know what I'm saying? And so you can definitely vibrate on that level where you could attract these random sources of finances to come to you. But you got to stay in that zone. So one of the best things to do, man, honestly, on my first endeavor with that type of thinking and experience had came from the book called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. If you're a book person, get the book and put yourself on that 28-day journey. The PDF is online for free if you're a PDF type of person. And it's called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. And you go through these 28 exercises. And two of the 28 you got to do every single day along with the other exercises. And that is to write down 10 things that you're thankful for, by ending it with thank you, and why you're grateful for it. And then the gratitude rock, which at night before you go to sleep, you recall the happiest moment of the day and you hold that gratitude rock and you do the thank you. Again, this is why you notice that people that rock with us, they always say thank you 3 times because they have been in this process with us. Thus, you will see us say 5 million testimonial because we really have it. But it really pretty much started from that information and putting ourselves on that journey to get in this state of gratitude. So it's really about the mind, total mind shift, and then you will start to attract various sources. Now, I'm just a proponent or a fan of taking this, the knowledge of mentalism and marrying it with the correct vehicle. So oftentimes people want the money, but they're not in the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? no job, or it's the wrong job. Like you're not doing the physical steps to obtain it. You know what I'm saying? And so it works dope. It's pretty good when you could be in the vehicle. Like for me, if I got a big goal, then let's just say, you know, if I want 100K, then I can manifest 100K within my real estate vehicle. That's no problem. You know what I mean? Because of the profit margins, it'll get me there. So I know I'm in the right vehicle with that. So now when I'm thinking about this number that I want, now all of a sudden, like case in point, this week, Tuesday, I was at a Kevin O'Leary from the Shark Tank with Mr. Wonderful himself. So I get this thing that he in town is free. And I go to the joint, and, you know, I didn't know that there was some other speakers there that were actually dealing with real estate. It was really their show, and they hired Kevin as the keynote speaker because he's more popular to draw the crowd in. And then they pitch their presentation on real estate, and then they get you on the upsell where you want to basically charge you $1,000, $997. So I was with it because I didn't even know it was a real estate thing, and that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I went for the upsell because I'm in a network of people now that said, like, yo, we got $1 million. When you join us, we give you access to lending that's up to that's $1 million. So I'm like, fuck that, not this shit. I'm gonna pay $1,000 to be a part of $1 million network, and they moving and grooving and about to give me a 3-day workshop on how to get this money. You see what I'm saying? And so I didn't even know it was real estate, but since I'm on my vehicle already and I'm writing down a certain goal that I have, I'm thinking I'm just going to go kick it with, the shark and just see him speak for a quick second. And lo and behold, I'm right on time, right in point in my vehicle. You see what I'm saying? So this thing works great and better, in my opinion, when you have a vehicle versus you having to rely on this random source. Now, it's dope if you can make this random source two things pop up, and you're not necessarily relying on the random source for your survival. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's survival mode, not telling you not to use the random source, but you better hurry up and put yourself in the vehicle that is going to, make the correct amount of money that you need in your life. So how do you do it? Can you do it? Yeah, you can attract more money. You can start with the magic. You can do these particular practices that deal with states of gratitude. Like every bill since 2013, every bill that I get, I write thank you, on the bill, because I know they provide me a service, and I know my money is paying somebody else's salary and putting food on somebody else's table. So I'm really grateful for the exchange that I'm getting with my bills. I got a different outlook on bills. And I'm so sincere with it that I can show you on 3 occasions where I received a bill and the bill say something crazy like I don't owe no money. And then it shows you that I didn't pay no money from the previous bill. And it say my current balance is 0. It's the weirdest thing in the world. I know that that's what we call the quanti, the quantum, the G-force. God is working with you, and it's your own energy. You see what I'm saying? Because the bills, it's your name. Everything's connected to you anyway. So if I'm vibrating a certain way, then all technology exists in the realm of electricity, right? Because it's information, and then you have to it has to be plugged up in order for it to go. And it exists, or it's transmitted through airwaves, right? As well, or what we call internet, Wi-Fi. So all of that shit's vibrational anyway. So since it's about me and I changed my vibe, then that vibe is trying to get to me that has my name on it anyway, then that energy shifts as well. You see what I'm saying? So the only thing you got to do is just put yourself in a constant mindset of gratitude and understand what that, what you're doing. And then I say again, most importantly, find you a wealth vehicle, man, because this shit is going to be like it's so, man, listen, life is so amazing that, and I was going to do this tomorrow, but I'm going to do it next. So I'm going to do it in 2 weeks towards the end of the month. I'm in a position right now where I can't even get to the deals, right? Because it's like, well, shit, I just can't get to them. I'm all in on this particular deal right here. And I'm like, shit, I just really need more. It's like the opportunity is there, but it's like, nigga, you need more cash. You need more cash. You need more cash to really get in it. You know what I mean? So I'm just amazed at the fact that I got to a point where, here goes something that's on my desk right now that I just got. that has a potential profit line of easy 80K, you know what I'm saying? That I'd be like, nah, I'm not, I'm already in on this one over here. You see what I'm saying? So I'm to the point where I'm calling people who've helped me so far, and I'm like, yo, y'all go sign up where I told y'all to sign up at to get access to this bread, and then I'll give you the deal. Because if I can't take the deal because I'm all in, then I'll just pass it to you. You see what I'm saying? And I'll be your acquisition manager in a sense. Well, I'll just pass you the deal. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, to answer your question, yes. So anybody got a question, anything else? Did a gratitude meditation in the morning, and right after I finish the practice record, I go, what happened? I go to the text saying my phone. Yeah, and that's real. You know what I'm saying? You do the meditation, and next thing you know, and you got to keep doing that. Don't ever lose sight of that. Never lose sight of that right there. So my phone bill, then last night in a dream, I sold a pair of Malibis for $50. Right. So now you picking up on that stream, and that's what I mean. So last night you paid some money out, and then you had a dream that you sold something for 50, and then quote unquote real time reality, you get a $50 sale. You already in tune with a frequency, a wave that's about to get to you. You see what I'm saying? And so we got to keep strengthening those muscles right there and stay in that zone where money is flowing to you. That amount is flowing to you. All right? It works, man. This stuff is, the law of mentalism is very real. You know what I'm saying? So anybody else? Gonna do a quick Q&A for a couple minutes, you know? What y'all got for me? Astro question, law of attraction, opinion on something. Man, you can just call me, man. My day starts at, let me see, I dropped the boy off at, what time do I have? We gotta be there. 6. Man, you can call me starting at 7 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time. 7 to 7, I give you that 12-hour window. 7 in the morning. I'm up and at it, and I already dropped my son off because he go early. You know what I mean? So 7 to 7. And after 7, I try to do dinner and then get the itis because I'm fat and But 7 to 7 is cool. East Coast time. You know what I mean? So I can't break it down because I don't, Terrence, because I don't have the internet pulled up on me on the chart. So usually over here is what I tell people is if you see something inside of there, tell me what the spec is, and then we can talk about it. So if you want to say, hey, yo, man, I got Saturn in the second house, man, can you give me some insight on that? I'm more than happy to give you that. You know what I'm saying? But just meet me halfway. That way I don't have to take the time out to look on the internet. So just come with it. Self-activation, no. I only do that every so often that I make that available. You know what I mean? If you're talking about, no, well, I'm sorry. The self-activation workbook, yes. I thought you was talking galactic activation. That DVD I only put out every so couple years. It seems like maybe every 2 years I'll come out and release that to the public. I work sales. I just make myself feel I'm the #1 spot and usually am. Uh-oh. See, all right, there we go. So sales is dope. Sales is dope. With sales, I will say this, man, ma'am. Check out Grant Cardone because you want to talk about a monster in closing deals, man, and overcoming rebuttals. Like, man, the game is just, it'll take you. You think you're doing something now. Get that particular physical skill of closing sales and overcoming objections, and then marry that with your mindset of mentalism of being #1. You want to talk about, you about to really go somewhere. Get into the Grant Cardone technology of closing deals and overcoming objections if you're into sales, right? So when somebody say, well, I got to check with my wife first. How do you get past that? I got to check with my husband first. How do you get past that? How do you still get them to say yes? You see what I'm saying? So that material is some phenomenal material if you're in the sales. All right. You're really about to go somewhere. You're about to go on a whole nother level. So I use Astro, Terrence. Astro.com is free. You can put in 100 different birthdays in there. You know, sign up, put your birth data in there. And at the bottom left, once you got your chart in there, you're going to see a key and it's going to say, hey, this is the sun, this is Saturn. And then you just start looking at it and then you can come back and give me some feedback on it, man. All right. All right, so Plain Jane Bath and Body, Plain Jane Bath and Body, you got in real estate and haven't had any luck with it, right? Because you plain Jane. You're not supposed to be plain Jane. Nobody wants to be plain. You want to be superb. You Mary Jane, Super Mary, Mother Mary Jane, something. You don't want to be plain Jane, right? So here's the thing, right? You just keep on, give me a call too. You're in real estate, call me. I'm very passionate about this right here. I've learned some things and I'm just always willing to share what I have learned. So Plain Jane, give me a call and hopefully I can, help you out here. So call me when we finish. I'm at the 267-403-4078. You can call that number when we get off the live. I love to talk real estate with you any day, all day. Let's do it together and we make it happen, man. I'm a Cancer. I have Mars 19 degrees Virgo. What's your take? All right, so Mars in Virgo and the Cancer. All right, so Mars in Virgo is pretty cool. You know what I mean? Virgo is work, work, work. Mars wants to express its passion. Virgo is a sign that's very detail orientated. It's known as the analyzer. So this could be over analytical on some things. But at best, I see this as a very passionate worker. I always say it's kind of hard to outwork a Virgo. The only person that really could do it is a strong Capricornian placement, because Virgo energy is work. And I always say you can't beat Michael Jackson, Beyonce. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that Virgo energy looks like when it's like working. So Mars here is your passion for everybody. That shows you what you're really passionate about. You get fired up about. And so when it comes to work, that's where your fire is at. And it could be health related as well, because Virgo deals with health and hygiene. So this could be something that you're very fiery about and passionate about. And it also denotes if you're a woman, you can attract men that are Virgo quality. So here's the thing though. You want to absolutely be sure that your work, Virgo, day-to-day job, Virgo, you're passionate about it, Mars. So if you can marry that and be like, yo, what I do on a day-to-day basis, I'm super passionate about this. You know the saying, it don't feel like it's work when you love it, right? If you can find that for yourself on the work tip, you're working out the positive side of that principle. All right, because the negative side of that, Mars likes to fight and Virgo is work. So now you're fighting somebody at work. You see what I'm saying? Because it's anger and things of that nature. Okay. All right. Right. So Mars and Pisces is definitely a musical placement, because Pisces is musical and mystical and Mars is a passion. Right. All right. So Neptune and Uranus in the first house. That's dope. Those are some heavy hitters, generational joints. First house to me is just a house of action, which you gotta, it represents yourself, but to me it's how you go forward in the world. It's how people kind of perceive you as well, right? Neptune and Uranus, these are heavy hitters. They're both spiritual, because Uranus is the sudden impulses or flashes of intuition. It's also the part of us that says, listen, I don't like to be in outdated things. All right. I'm a rebel. I'm a self-rebel. So Uranus in the first probably denotes facial piercings and things of that nature, perhaps, right? It's something that's different and it stands out. Neptune is all about the psychic, the ability to perceive things on the higher plane of what it is. Could be drugs, alcohol, and things of that nature as well. If these two are close to your AC, because it's in the first house, if they're close to your AC, then I want you to be careful because these energies are in direct opposition to the western portion of the sky called the DC. And that's what you're looking for in relationships. So when Uranus is opposite the DC, that kind of puts some pressure on relationship because Uranus is the energy of divorce. Uranus is the energy of something that's eclectic and something that's weird. So you want to be careful in relationships. Then Neptune is delusion. So now delusion and this sudden stuff is in opposition to what you're looking for in relationships. Then what you want to do here is you want to make sure that two things, your relationships are on the same spiritual chord, right? You ain't lying to them and you ain't lying to, they ain't lying to you. And both of y'all can indulge in the same spiritual, mystical practices. Y'all got to understand it on that. And maybe the relationship has something weird. Y'all got a duplex and he lives next door and y'all been like that for years and it works for y'all. Because that's that Aquarian energy. Hello, Aquarian energy. Get y'all shirts, man. MyZodiacShirts.com. Get you one. That Aquarian energy denotes that you have to do something different. What up, Reese? You know what I'm saying? You got to do something different. You know what I mean? So that's what I think about that too. I have, what is that? I have Venus and Mars in the third house. All right, so that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Third house is the house of travel, brothers and sisters. Venus and Mars is passion, especially if they're together. That's the prince, Mars looking for the princess, Venus. So if they're close together, then I like this placement because one aspect of your cosmic male and female energies are close together, which means you should be in harmony with yourself and what you seek in relationships, Venus, and your passion, which is Mars. So if these two are close together, then these two very well could be in harmony. And then this starts to denote that, hey, you're a pretty cool person to be with in relationships and whatnot, as long as the other person's energy is not in opposition to you or square you from the side. You see what I'm saying? So that could work in the third house, and communication is everything because, right, the third house is the house of communication. So this passionate energy is something that you have to say. And plus, when you got Mars and Venus here, 9 times out of 10, you got a story to tell. When you got energy in the third house, this is the house of writing and communication. So you got a story to tell. What is it? Is it love, romantic stories, a book, a novel, speaking engagements, something? You need to express it and you need to say it, and you'll never want to have it bottled down. Here's the thing. So when you get into Arathro mathematics, the ancient science of the medical science of astrology, you got to remember that these cosmic principles correspond to systems in the body, right? So if Venus rules Taurus, which is the money, and then Venus is the throat, Taurus is the throat, and then your thyroid is here, which is really the bridge. The throat is really the real bridge between heaven right here and then the earth physical thing, the lower plane. So this is the bridge right here, okay? Real talk. The throat is the bridge. This is why when you start to get sick, you start to get the scratchy throat because of the thyroid, okay? So this is the amplifying force that really sends, the thyroid decides how much amplitude that it's going to send from the brain, those thoughts, down to the lower part of the body, okay? And so if you're jammed up in relationships, Venus, relationships, you jammed up on your money, you messing this up right here. So this, what we know, expresses communication. So it's very important for us to be able to articulate and express communication, especially when you have energy in the third house, because that's the region of space that deals with communication. I'm just showing you that the same region of space that deals with communication happens to be connected to the next region of space before it, towards the throat, that deals with the money center. So you want to express yourself. Express yourself. All right. What up, Ernest? All right. But never had luck with relationships. So you ain't having luck with relationships, plain Jane. You ain't having luck in your real estate endeavor, plain Jane. Don't call me. You got bad energy. No, I'm messing with you. You got, but no, here's the thing though. You can have these things if you desire these things, right? So it depends on how much you convince. And all of the things that we don't want is just a mirror to show us exactly what we do want. When we're clear on what we don't want, then you should start to know what you do want, right? And so that's all that is, all right? Venus and Sag on my ascendant, conjunct Uranus in the 12th. All right, so Venus, so see, Venus is almost out of pocket to a degree because space-wise, it rules the seventh house, which is completely on the other side, right? But no biggie, no biggie. You know, again, Venus on the ascendant can make way for a very beautiful person. People will see you as being handsome, or if you're a woman, pretty, right? And you bring this, you know, the first house is physical, you know what I'm saying? Physical appearance in a sense. So you bring this beautiful, alluring type of energy with you, this vibe with you and whatnot. The first house, again, I always say just take action. That's the key here. Take some action. You know what I mean? Mean, you know? Yeah. Take some action. So what else y'all got? Oh, Sun, Saturn, Moon, Mercury. Oh, you got a major conjunction, Rob. All right, so Sun, Saturn, Moon, and Mercury. That's definitely dealing with your parents, man. Sun, Saturn, and Moon all day. That's dealing with that's always that's definitely dealing with parents in the 12th house. This could be drugs, alcohol, lies, deceit, but on the high side is very spiritual. The 12th house is the house of the mysticism, the meditation, divine inspiration, seeing things, dreams. You know what I mean? It's coming out. On a personal note, for sure. You know, shit. I mean, all of that energy there for you. Like, I could never get past, if you're not rocking with music, poetry, or if you're not a spiritual reader, man, you playing yourself. I think the spiritual aspect is something that you have to develop as far as the psychic vibe, because that's the most psychic area of space, the 12th house. So you have to develop that if you haven't already. I know some part of you about dreams or intuition is on point, and you got to keep honing that in and practicing that, because to me, that's the graduation point. The 12th house says, listen, you finito, it's a wrap. This is the last house. You know what I'm saying? So you need to you need to tap into that. So again, it's like, one of the people in the chat earlier was like, I had a dream last night that I sold something, a product of mine, for $50, and then I wake up and I sold the product for $50. That's what the 12th house is. That energy says, yo, you're able to pick up on something about your space-time reality before the time gets here. Call it prophecy, call it intuition, whatever you want to call it. That's some dope stuff. And that's the level that we really have to get to when we go into the realm of super consciousness. So the 12th house, to me, on a physical plane is music, or you work at a hospital, or you deal with some type of institutions. You can work in jails or asylums and things like that. But on the mental note of the 12th house, I think nothing tops the ability to be able to accurately foresee into the future about some type of event in our reality, and then it happens. Like, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to really cultivate that on the highest side of the 12th house. I don't care what nobody tell me. All right. Saturn, Aquarius, and my 11th house. So Saturn in Aquarius typically rules Aquarius, man. Shout out, man, to the Aquarian energy. MyZodiacShirts.com. Get you one. Saturn in the 11th house could be older friends. You definitely see Saturn in Aquarius is cool here because it anciently rules this energy. So it's just a double emphasis on the Aquarian energy, because the 11th house is naturally the Aquarius house. Anyway, so what you want to do here is either you serve as a mentor to your friends, and if you don't, then they need not be your friends. And for real, your social group needs to be about someone else that is older, because Saturn represents the older man. All right, so it could be a woman though, but older person. The 11th house is groups of people and technology as well. So in order to be successful, because Saturn is success as well, it'd be dope if you really put yourself in the right social 11th house, the nice social gathering that aligns with your success. Networking is everything to everybody, but when you got energy in the 11th house, especially Saturn, it is mandatory that your network be a reflection of your desired net worth. Okay, so get with some older people, man. Get with some older people to help you out in the area of your life or where you're going. You dig? All right. So, Angela, I'm not pulling up charts. I'm just, kind of shooting the breeze with y'all. Man, y'all gonna have to roll with me when I go get the youngin and whatnot. I'm just shooting the breeze on the freestyle right now and whatnot. So I'm not pulling, not necessarily, is it cold out there? I'm not necessarily pulling up the chart, but I answer the question. So, why is marriage hellish, man? Marriage could be hellish for the simple fact that it's all about compatibility, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all about compatibility. For real. It's all about compatibility. It's all about... Hold on one second, y'all, while I'm talking about shoe. Hold on. So it's all about compatibility. And compatibility is all about agreement and disagreements, right? And so the conscious agreement, the energy, because it's never like that in the beginning, right? It's only when time moves on and we are not in conscious agreement with one another. Clearly, because the lack of the agreement shows us why we're disagreeing, right? So the unique thing about this is, in relationships, I have been able to... You can't go with me because you be stopping and peeing too much. I ain't got time to be playing with you stopping and peeing, dude. Get back from that door. Well, I'll tell you about that. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. You can't go with me. I'll be right back. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Hold on. All right. So the disagreement, the disagreement is what does it. You know what I'm saying? So